Yo, what is up? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with another ascending baseline game night, and this time it's going to be all of the free-for-all action that you want leading into Worlds, guys. $50 on the line for the winner, bragging rights, and again, just practice to try to become a better player. Reaper, I do need that feed from Discord for the stream, and then I'm good to go. Because I don't know if we started or not. Hopefully we did. Okay. I was going to make up stuff. But yeah, guys, it's going to be awesome. Every Friday, we're going to be doing these free-for-alls so that you can warm up and get ready for that Worlds event in case you guys are going. Then on top of that, even if you're not going to Worlds, I think it's still amazing practice. I think some of the best way to get your gun skill up is to go through that repetition, and free for all, you get into a lot of engagements throughout a singular game mode. So really love the idea that we're doing this FFAs. By the way, again, nice little $50 for the winner. Not bad whatsoever. Reaper, how many games we doing tonight?
Slayer.
Okay, so we have a decent amount of matches. We could have literally up to 5 matches tonight, but what matters right now is that we're running 2 different lobbies at the moment where the top 4 advance. So as of right now, we got to find who's going to be going into our grand finals. Then from there, we're going to have a little bit of kind of like a match point system just to make things a little bit interesting, to really give people an incentive to actually win the game. But before we get there, this is our first lobby coming up, and we got some amazing names that I've seen time and time again. Amazing C4. I'm pretty sure we've seen Cheesy once or twice. Rogue Foes out here as well. And I believe I also have seen Sector a time or two. Still new to J-Storm, Strange Rich, and Dizzy along with Deputy Goober. So exciting to see what they're going to bring to the table, as well as we do see a nice little 3-way tie with 3 kills for Cheesy, Rogue Foes, and Deputy Goober. Oh my gosh. With the movement that I'm seeing from Rogue Foes, it makes me think that they're on mouse and keyboard. I mean, it could be maybe high sensitivity for controller, but that movement is pretty quick and decisive, and normally goes with mouse and keyboard movement. Either way, Rogue taking a lot of damage and forced to back down all the way toward the back base. Tries to come back for the melee, just barely misses that out. Eventually, Rogue Foes ends up going down, and Sector comes in like the janitor that he is. Watch out for the cleanup crew. That's a double kill coming out of Sector. Sector now pushing up. As one in his sights, is able to trade out his life. When you're going down, you might as well take one with you. Really like that play come out of Sector. Gives him that 6th kill, which eventually is going to be the lead. The problem is that you're still stuck in this 3-way deadlock, and it's the same players, Rogue Foes and Sheezy. Not too far behind is Amazing C4 as well. This is a tough lobby that we're seeing here at number 1. Deputy Goober, nice couple pickup kills coming out of him. 7 kills, 3 assists to go along with it. Another individual gunfight. This one's going to be won by the melee. It's not even going to be a trade. A clean kill coming out of Deputy Goober here, who's literally pulled up out of nowhere in his first place race, but there was plenty of time on the board. Actually, a little less than 13 minutes, so I can only imagine what you're seeing on the scoreboard right now. It's probably not going to be indicative of what we see going into the end game, and Deputy Goober snatches up that heat wave, finds himself behind enemy lines here. Right over to the car side he goes. Hasn't found the victim just yet. Meanwhile, on the kill feed, players are dying left and right. Deputy Cooper is trying to get into the action, trying to put his heat wave to work, but so far cannot find a target. What 3 minutes worth of gameplay right now, and he must be frustrated. He's like, is there 8 people in the lobby or is there 3? I don't know, Deputy Cooper, but finally you found yourself some action, and that's what you decide to do. Okay, I mean, hey, I'm not mad. Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta take yourself out, kind of slap yourself silly, wake yourself up a little bit. What is up? Respect that we doing well. Bump and scatter along with Xeno makes plays in the building. Thank you so much for stopping by with our Sunday baseline game night action. This time it's gonna be free for all. 13 kills out of Rogue Foes to top the lobby at the moment. Meanwhile, Cheesy was able to get away with Heat Wave. Combining that with Thrust is a dangerous combination, but only had one shot in the Heat Wave left. Eventually, that Heat Wave's out of ammo. Now you have your trusty BR, but those two thrusts really seems like that get out of jail free card. Really feels like you always have the advantage going to an individual gunfight when you have that thrust. Not quite able to get the kill on that one. Kill ends up getting stolen. Must be frustrated. Now he's gonna chase this player down. Meanwhile, that kill ends up getting stolen. Finally, by the time he finds a kill, he finds him over towards the mid-map out in no man's land. But man, that could have been 3 or 4 consecutive kills come out of Sheezy, but at least 3 of them were stolen there, as we do see 2 end up going down quickly. Now as time goes by, Rogue Foes really increasing their lead. 19 kills at the moment, barely any assists is what you want to see here. Love the way Rogue Foes is playing at the moment, just cleaning up every single kill. Meanwhile, J Storm, the Ida Storm, coming in with that double kill cleanly as he's pulling up the rear. Only 8 kills right now, but again, plenty of time on the board. This free-for-all really becomes a battle of attrition. Not about how you start, it's really about how you're able to keep that stamina, keep that same energy throughout the entire match. Eventually, those kills will start to come to you. There's 1 or 2 kills, turn to multi-kills, and you can find yourself climbing the leaderboard. So, no use getting frustrated over toward the early game when there's still 10 minutes on the clock. Rogue Foe was the first one at 20. Nice little 20 bob coming in. Deputy Goober only 2 kills behind them. Bueller is out, and Fear the Pink missed, not able to quite find the kill. And mind you, this player ends up double back, and even the shot grenade isn't enough to slow down that player. Eventually, Rogue Foes ends up going down. Did not expect that double back from that player, to be honest with you. I didn't either. Meanwhile, Deputy Goober puts the 20th on the board, ties things up, and with that perfect kill and the double kill, takes the lead here in the lobby, but Rogue Foes ends up answering right back. We have 21 all between the two. Meanwhile, Sector only 1 kill behind, and what a stick from one side of P1 to the other. A 3-way deadlock here at 21 apiece, and then we see a trade on the board between our top 2 contestants here. Great shots come out of Sheezy for the 14. Mind you guys, it is top 4 that advanced, so even though it's looking like it's a clear sector, Rogue Foes and Deputy Goober, I feel like this 4th spot is still really up for grabs. Sheezy with 14, only 1 kill behind them is going to be J Storm, and then literally only 3 kills behind that 4th place spot at the moment is Amazing C4. So keep in mind, top 4 do advance, and it's really close coming in for that 4th place spot. There's going to be a huge upset coming in about 8 minutes. What was that? 8 minutes worth of gameplay. Heatwave is out here for sector. He immediately pushes up towards P2. Nobody home just yet, but does find a player coming up the fridge side. Beautiful shots as he takes down Amazing C4. Still having about half shields to work with, and doesn't get pushed up on, but the cross-map shots from Car end up keeping Sector down to 1 shot. A lot of times you don't want to be cross-mapping in free-for-all, but sometimes you could actually grief a player that's maybe close to you. So Sector, who feels like he's been 1 shot forever, never gets his shields back and eventually goes down in a trade because of it. Who knows what happened with him having that heat wave and the grenades that he did. So whoever was putting the cross-map shots really kind of griefing Sector and making things hard for him. Currently sitting in 3rd place as he's trying to push up quickly towards 1st. Strange Rich might have just crossed paths towards a player over towards Fridge, not aware of it, crossing the street without looking both ways. Strange Rich all the way down to 1 shot absolute, forced to slow down, play his life, get those shields back, and wants to get right back into some action. It's a game of kills, and as of right now, Strange Rich, he finds himself over towards that bottom half of the leaderboard. J-Storm trying to escape that battle by going towards bottom mid. Not exactly going to work out his way, but as we switch gears over to a Deputy Goober, was sitting in first place for a little bit, but Rogue Foes has been dominant in the early game, and beautiful nade by Deputy Goober to clean up that kill, but ends up going down to one shot due to an even better grenade coming right back at him. The Wingman medal being earned here by Deputy Goober, but not exactly what you want to see in free throw. I bet he's wishing at least half of those could be converted into some kills right now. 6 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock. At this point, the thumbs must be getting tired. The eyes must be getting sore. I would have super crusties right now come out of my eyeballs because this is a battle. And you look at the scoreboard, you're like, wow, only about half the game done at the moment. You must be thinking, I got to do this for a whole nother 6 minutes in order to make sure we secure a top 4, which, by the way, Sheezy, 21 kills at the moment, looking very good in that 4th place spot. 3 kills ahead of J-Storm. Sector chase down his one-shot player. Oh, that's gonna be upsetting. One shot's getting away like that, and oh my gosh, there's no shot. No shot, and then eventually trades out his life, which is probably the best case scenario after he was able to get away while one shot and get his shields back. Luckily, there was a trade there to at least get a kill on the board, but really must be frustrating when you should be able to easily get that kill without taking any damage whatsoever, and you end up having to trade out your life. Luckily, still comfortably in 3rd place right now is Sector. Rogue Foes, again, this has to be mouse and keyboard. The movement too smooth. I love the snapping that we're seeing from one target to another. This is where this is where mouse and keyboard players love. They want to put down damage, but at the same time, they also want to steal kills from weaker players, which is really what you want to do in free-for-all. Rogue Foes showing that mouse and keyboard's still looking really good. Nice shots come out of Deputy Goober. Tied up at 37 apiece right now. Deputy Goober and Rogue Foes are going at it for our #1 spot. Meanwhile, time is winding down really fast. I feel like just like a few seconds ago, I was saying it was 6 minutes on the clock. Meanwhile, over a minute and a half has gone by, and now it's starting to move into crunch time. You're starting to move into, okay, if I want to find myself in the top 4, I'm really gonna have to step it up. I'm gonna have to make something happen here. Otherwise, I could find myself on the outside looking in. 24 kills out of Sheezy is not going to be enough for me to be comfortable when Dizzy is right there. Most likely the tiebreakers are going to be either assist or lowest deaths. And mind you, J-Storm, Amazing C4, they are not out of it just yet. If you're trying to make it to the top 4, you need to step up your game, and you need to step it up right here, right now. Easy kill come out of Rogue Foes. Finds another target over towards P2, but while activating that quantum translocator, ends up being shot early, but drops down over toward the low ground. Portals right back up, juking out that player onto the P side of the map, but eventually Rogue Foes does end up going down. It looks like Deputy Goober's gonna be cleaned up as well. 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, and things are starting to get tight, and the intensity is starting to rise here. Deputy Goober over on the blue side noses a player over towards Fridge. There's another player over on the top blue side. Not exactly what Deputy Goober wants to be. Not even able to secure that kill as it gets stolen from him. Doing everything he can to stay alive and put damage down on the map, but they're just turning into assist after assist. Deputy Goober cannot finish a kill. Finally, we see a kill end up going his way for the 43rd, but just like that, you can go on these really tough runs and allow your opposition to catch up to you. You can also go on those incredible runs where you end up getting 3 kills before going down within a matter of seconds, which, by the way, you're in a 3-kill lead right now with Deputy Goober. So exactly what the doctor ordered there. Almost going into clutch time. That 2-minute drill like in football. Amazing C4 goes in the double back, a little bit of ego chow right there, but it's one player you don't want to ego chow. It might be Deputy Goober. The man simply hits every single one of his shots. Amazing C4 finding out the hard way there. Looks right now, Deputy Goober in first place, Rogue Foe sitting in second place, Sector in third place. But man, look how tight fourth is. 28 kills looking good for Sheezy, but right behind him is Dizzy with 27, and J Storm and Amazing C4 tied up at 26 apiece at the moment here. Fourth place. It's going to go down to the wire. Nice nades on Deputy Goober. You see a cluster full of players, chuck a nade over there, and maybe you get one, maybe you get two, maybe you get none, but it really doesn't cost you much resources. If you're spawning with 2 nades, you might as well use them, especially if you have the opportunity to find that cluster with the players. I love that play by Deputy Goober to put his 50th on the board, eventually towards the 51-minute on the clock, and it's getting tighter and tighter. Deputy Goober really solidifying himself in the first place spot, a second place currently with 46, so a nice lead out of them, but it's that top 4 spot, that 4th place spot to be specific. Sheezy with 30 kills, 29 for Amazing C4, seemingly coming out of nowhere. J Storm with 28 and 27 out of Strange Rich, and don't forget Dizzy, who is not too far behind with 29 kills. Who's taking this top 4 spot? At this point, I'm about to start taking bets. That is how close this is at the moment. Sector taking a lot of damage over toward the backside, somehow able to stay alive here towards courtyard. 30 seconds and everyone in the map knows about it. Amazing C4 taking down Cheesy. Strange Rich able to go after Rogue Foes, and now really who you take down matters. If you can get a kill and send somebody over towards the respawn screen where they can't get a kill, it can be huge for anybody going in for that 4th place spot. As of right now, Amazing C4 32 kills at the moment, and it's getting tighter. They got 6 seconds left. J Storm ends up going down. So does Amazing C4. That's a kill that he ultimately can't get. Dizzy ends up putting one on the board here right as Amazing C4 was down, but did he do enough? He got more assists coming out of Amazing C4, but less deaths out of Dizzy. Now the question becomes, what is that tiebreaker? Wow. Oh my gosh. That was an exciting one. $55 kills on Deputy Goober. Rogue Foes that 49 kills, 43 out of Sector. That's your top 3. But again, tied up at 4th place right now is Sector and Dizzy. And if I remember correctly, I believe it's a oh, actually no, Rogue Foes in the chat says deaths. So least deaths ends up being the tiebreaker here. If that is the case, we're waiting for confirmation right now. If it is less deaths, Dizzy will end up advancing forward. If it is assist, Amazing C4 be the one to advance forward. So this is really important here. We're getting confirmation for sure. I honestly thought it was assist, but Rogue Foes is saying that they believe it's actually death. So we're gonna find out for sure. Man, one hell of a matchup. Tied for 4th place. Sheezy with 31, so literally right behind them. That 4th place spot was tough. Reaper, you like that? That's how that's how you start a free for all game night right there. Jeez. Reaper says he didn't know who to watch. He's just and we'll put it this way: no matter who you switched over to, there was something interesting going on. Like I said, the top 3 was tight for the most part, and it is lower deaths. Rogue Foes is right. Lowest deaths ends up winning it out, so it's going to be Dizzy that advances forward as opposed to Amazing C4. Although Amazing C4 did have those extra assists, that's really, really tough. But again, top 3. It was tight almost that entire way. Sector, Rogue Foes, and Deputy Goober were really going at it. And even for that 4th place spot, it was an absolute brawl, an absolute slobber knocker. Thank you so much for the follow, A3 Mercy. Dizzy's one that advances along with Rogue Foes, Deputy Goober, and sector. Not sure exactly what's going on in that lobby number 2, guys, but mind you, that was just the first round. We're gonna go into a bit of a match point system in our grand finals. We have to find out who's gonna be the next 4 that end up joining us. We're gonna go on a short intermission break for now. Don't go anywhere. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the chat. I'll be there as well in the chat if you guys have any of those questions and whatnot. When we come back, we're gonna have the rest of our free-for-all game night here with Descending Baseline. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Ascending Baseline game night. This time we have Free For All Fridays. We're running Free For All every single Friday leading up until HCS Worlds, putting $50 on the line. More importantly, giving y'all the practice that you need that going into Worlds. And then, of course, on top of that, even if you're not looking to practice for Worlds, just trying to get better as a player, you can still get involved as well here. Free for all is one of the best ways for you to improve your individual gun skill because of the amount of repetition that you get every single game. This is your grand finals here. We're going to have a maximum of 4 games. However, if any one player is able to win out 2 within those 4 games, we are shutting it down there. 2 wins is our match point system for in order to become the winner. However, we're going to a maximum of 4, so treat every game like it's the last. Apparently somebody told Rogue Foes that because they're starting off with a huge kill right off the rip. Looks like Rogue Foes to be answered by both Nuclear Blaze and Dizzy. 2 kills on Nuclear Blaze, and Dizzy going to become our leader. Mind you, it was Dizzy that made it into this lobby in 4th place in a tie, which involved lowest deaths advancing forward. So Dizzy really wants to come out and show that they belong in the grand finals. A huge start. Getting the first 3 kills in the lobby is what you want to see coming out of Dizzy. Meanwhile, Deputy Goober was our winner in our first round. Starting off a little bit slower than expected. Not a single kill just yet come out of Deputy Goober. Meanwhile, the rest of the lobby is starting to move over towards 2. Finally, we see that 1 come on the board. We say it all the time, though. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. This is a battle of attrition, and a battle was actually just lost. Man, those melees, they are unreliable. Hey, street owner, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. If you want to get involved with some of these matches, I highly recommend typing in ! Discord, joining an amazing community, and getting involved. We got 8s, we got free for alls, we got a little bit of everything. In fact, there's actually a bandit rifle tournament that I believe is happening tomorrow. Excuse me, Sunday, I want to say. Bandit rifle 4v4 tournament. Who knows what I'm hearing? Shoot, it could be a chance bandit rifles are coming in the future. And meanwhile, L360 with the triple kill is going to be in our future here in the grand finals to tie up and now take the lead here. 360 pulling off 187 20s and everything in between. Love what I'm seeing out of L. Chato so sweaty when one of the lobbies that we saw, remind you, was Chato so sweaty, Nuclear Blaze, L360, and Maddie that came out in our secondary our secondary lobby. So we haven't seen these players just yet, and now you're mixing in with very good players that come out of round number 1 that obviously have earned their spot here in the grand finals. This is a whole new look, a whole new pace that we're seeing here in this free for all lobby compared to what you ended up seeing in round number 1 out of both of these groups that now have come together. 11 kills out of 360 at the moment. Meanwhile, right behind him is Maddie with the big old 9. Really tightly contested, I would say here. Maddie, when in doubt, whip it out. I'm talking about the Needler, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Nuclear Blaze not able to get out of the P side. Really tough. Find yourself over toward the mid map and multiple players having angles on you from everywhere. Left, right, center, doesn't really matter. L360 might have found himself another victim behind enemy lines. Doesn't know just yet, but as you're crossing that mid map, everyone is able to get an angle on you. And although 360 was able to get that kill, eventually goes down while doing it. Meanwhile, Chato finding out the hard way that crossing that mid map here in this lobby is not going to be easy. These players are laser and they're looking for every easy kill possible as 360 able to take down Nuclear Blaze. Switching gears over toward 360 himself, currently the leader here with about 11 minutes on the clock. Finding other players there, losing that damage advantage right off the rip, but able to get their shields back. Goes in early for the melee, and Chato not having any part of that. Two-shot melee is what he's looking for. The man gets sweaty, so I've heard from a reliable source. .360, hold on to that high ground. Eventually gives it up in order to grab a hold of that heat wave, and Maddie gonna make him pay. Like I learned from Lord of the Rings, get to the high ground and stay there. Valuable lessons. Nuclear Blaze. Easy kill for him. Grabs the thrust on his way. Finds him over towards bottom mid. Nowhere to go. Maddie makes them pay. Nuclear Blaze off a spawn here over towards Fridge. I love this route here, playing through the base, getting towards utility side, as opposed to trying to fight an uphill battle over towards P. Lots of times there's a player on the P side, and you go up that ramp, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Again, holding that high ground, it's going to be a really tough fight. So I love the idea of playing, or at least off the rip, over towards the back flag side, and trying to get to utility side in case you get into another battle. It should be an easier one for you. Nuclear Blaze eventually makes it to Fridge, along with getting a kill in between, and now gets to use his high ground, trades out his life against Dizzy there, but love that life come out of Nuclear Blaze. Blaze coming out left, right, and center. Deputy Goober. Oh my gosh, that's really unfortunate. He tried to play the high utility side. That nade came in, making a one-shot, ends up dropping down low to try to get an angle, also saving his life, and eventually runs into another player on the low side. So one of the tough things you have to deal with free-for-all is 8 players on the map. Here's a player that can be everywhere, even when you spawn. Maddie finds that out. Deputy Goober ends up running right through him, and meanwhile, Deputy Goober's being chased now by a whole nother player, Nuclear Blaze, and wins that battle. Does Deputy Goober. A slow start for him. Remember, he wasn't able to get a single kill while everybody's kind of moving on to about 2 or 3, but since then we're starting to see a little bit of a run now coming in by the player who ended up winning our very last lobby. So definitely keep your eye out for Deputy Goober. Obviously has the skill set. Meanwhile, Rogue Foe is also trying to climb up the list, and it's L360. 23 kills, and honestly, from about maybe the first minute or 2 within this game, L360 had control, especially after that triple kill, and really hasn't let go since. Maddie is only down 4, but still, I would think a 4-kill lead is fairly comfortable as long as you're keeping that same exact energy. Meanwhile, Rogue Foes, easy kill come out of them, almost turns it into a double kill, able to make that player one shot. Can't quite find the finish, but at least you're taking down 1 before going down yourself. That's Lego. That's hilarious. So not L360, Lego taking down Maddie, a big kill for him. If there's anybody that's really putting their lead in jeopardy, it was definitely Maddie for a while. Meanwhile, Goober pulling up the rear. Lots of assists, which is not what you want to see, but Goober was over toward that bottom half of the leaderboard for quite some time. Now finds himself in a 3-way tie for second place. Meanwhile, Nuclear Blaze is able to take down 1. Chato takes him down. Maddie ends up going down as well, and Lego's trying to get involved with all the action. By the time he gets here, it's all done. There's only 1 player that remains, and he ends up trading out his life. That's Chato that goes down, but Lego holding on to that lead. 28 kills at the moment as we've just hit our 7-minute mark. Goober and Maddie really starting to close the distance here for Lego. Lego's gonna want to go on a nice little run like before. We saw that triple kill that ended up turning to maybe like a 5-kill run, a killing spree. We need another one of those coming from Lego if they want to secure that lead, but Lego ends up trading out their life once again. Maddie with 25 on the board, Deputy Goober with 26. Mind you, Nuclear Blaze got a huge kill, and apparently Rogue Foes just ninja'd Chato. Oh my gosh. No shot. We're seeing a ninja here in the grand finals of your free-for-all. Good, we've seen it all. At this point, Reaper, we've seen it all. Good God. Just to remind you guys, $50 on the line here for the winner. Again, a match point system. If you're able to get 2 wins, you're shutting it down right then and there. However, if we go the full 4 games, we're going to add up all of those kills to find out who's going to be the big win here. That score, that should be kill feed is really starting to light up. Goober taking down Lego. That's the player that you want to take down if you want to climb up to that #1 spot. Remind you guys, every kill matters here. And honestly, you know, if nobody ends up getting the 2 wins necessary in order to end it right here and there, like, you know, maybe even every one of these games not matter. Like you could maybe get like 30 kills in one game and then even win it with only like maybe like 25 or 26. So that's still one game was more valuable, even if you don't win it, as long as we're adding up everything together. So I would just try every kill. No matter what it is, just try to get every single kill possible and make the game easy for you is what you're looking for free for. I guess easier said than done. Everybody's trying to get kills, I would imagine here. As Chato crossing the map in order to get that thrust, but not able to get away. Chato goes down, and that thrust sitting over toward the mid-map. One of the only advantages that you have here on Aquarius, I'd be trying to get a hold of that immediately as Lego. Another triple out of him to give him just a 1-point advantage, but Deputy Goober pulling up the rear like we said before, not only tying things up but taking the lead. 35 kills, 19 assists as well for Deputy Goober coming out of nowhere. Deputy Goober, another battle over toward the P side. I'm telling you, holding down top P is really good, especially if players are spawning over towards Fridge and willing to challenge you uphill. That's a place that you really want to find yourself more times than not, is top P, uncontested at first, and playing for anybody that's going towards the P Street side. Meanwhile, Deputy Goober, his 40th kill is a triple. He's not done just yet. Taking down Dizzy. This man is absolutely out of control. It may have been Lego's lobby for about maybe 80 or 90% of this game, but as of right now, it is Deputy Goober's time to shine. We've seen 3 triple kills so far here in the grand finals, and now there's only 3 minutes left. This is crunch time. Lego, ooh. Lego not able to secure that kill, neither that one. So back-to-back assists now coming in out of Lego. Not what you want to see here in crunch time, especially when you had the lead for so long, and now Goober's really started to run away with it. You're really looking for Lego to step it up here if he wants to take back his #1 spot, because Deputy Goober definitely has 45 kills, 23 assists, and mind you, he's actually only died 32 times. Excuse me, make it 30, make it, oh no, 32, yeah, 32 times. Make it 33, there we go. Kill feed lighting up once again. Ooh, Chato, nice little double count of him. Two minutes on the clock. If 3 minutes on the clock was crunch time, this is clutch time. This is what champions are made here. Down to 1 shot. Chato doing everything he can to stay alive. Eventually goes down. Even that nade is only good enough to get an assist as another assist pops on the board. Never what you want to see here in free-for-all, especially considering that the tiebreakers is actually least dead. So keep that in mind. If we do end up seeing a tie, especially for first place, we're going into least deaths. But as of right now, only 3 kills separating our #1 and our #2 player. Meanwhile, Maddie is trying to make a last-ditch effort. He drops a triple kill as well, bringing it within 1 of second place, does Maddie. Things are going down. Batty once again finding another one, really starting to heat up when it matters most, but the damage coming from P1 doubles back. Despite being one shot, he feels the pressure coming in. There's less than a minute on the clock. If he has any chance of sliding into the number 2 or number 1 spot, he has to drop another triple, maybe an overkill. And with players shooting like Sector right now, with a double kill of his own, it's going to be really tough. But Sector finds himself quite behind our top 3 or top 4 position as Sector ends up going down with 38 seconds left now. Rogue foes getting aggressive here. Nice little melee. It's gonna be a killjoy out of them. Double kill out of Rogue foes. He's going down. Almost a 50 bomb come out of Deputy Goober, and has about 22 seconds to put that final kill there. Meanwhile, Rogue foes really just trying to pad those stats and squeeze in every last kill. You never know what's going to happen after 2, 3, or 4 games when it comes to the scoreboard. So that 1 or 2 kills that you get towards the end game could be the difference maker of 1 or 2 spots going towards the end of this free-for-all grand finals. But it's going to be Deputy Goober, who didn't start off hot, taking the number 1 spot. Lego right behind them, just 2 kills behind was Lego. And mind you, watch those least deaths and watch those assists. That's what we're looking for as far as tiebreakers. I'm gonna actually screenshot this myself, actually, so I have it. Deputy Goober currently sitting in first place, 2 kills ahead of Lego, happens to be 4 kills ahead of Maddie. Then you have Chato, So Sweaty rounding out our top 4, just barely though. 39 kills for them, only 42 deaths and 19 assists. Keep in mind, least deaths are going to be the first tiebreaker, but if somehow 2 or more players are tied in when it comes to kills and least deaths, that tertiary metric is going to be assists. So the fact that Chato's So Sweaty was able to put in that many amount of kills with only dying that little times and adding those assists can be really important. Same thing for Lego. Lego only died 3 more times than Deputy Goober, so they're able to kind of right the ship when it comes to those deaths and also up their kills just a little bit. I promise those assists are going to be helpful as well. But when you look at it, Deputy Goober also put up 28 assists. So really showing off in every metric of that game when it comes to kills, when it comes to least deaths, and when it comes to most assists, the Deputy Goober. Looks like there might have been a couple players that might have backed up to the lobby, but might have did like a quick little break. Speaking of which, you know what? While we're waiting for those players to come in, why don't we go on we're going on a little short intermission break because we're losing players actually left and right here. We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of your grand finals here with the sending baseline FFA event. So sorry about the wait, ladies and gentlemen, but we are back here with your Ascending Baseline FFA event. Some players didn't know that we had multiple games going on here in the grand finals. We got to find out who's the real winner. So we have a bit of a match point system going on. If a player is able to get 2 wins, they automatically win our event here. Meanwhile, we can see a maximum of 4 different games. So say we have 4 different winners on each of these matches, we'll end up adding up all of the kills total in order to find out who's going to be your number 1 player. As of right now, it's Deputy Goober. Didn't have a hot start in that in the first few games, or for first few kills, I should say, excuse me, but eventually coming out as the number 1 player in the lobby, just by 2 over Lego. It's 51 kills in total, only 38 deaths, and 28 assists out of Goober. That's definitely going to be our player to watch out for going into this matchup, but it looks like Maddie going to start things off with a huge kill and immediately taking over P side, and some long-range shots, not exactly going to connect with a kill there, but hopefully they're weak enough for them to provide a push. Assist. There we go. Finally able to get him an assist. Okay, get him a kill, excuse me. The thrust is there, but not enough to keep Maddie alive. Still currently tied up in the lobby with Deputy Goober, Chato, and the Lego here in the early game, but with 14 minutes on the clock, I don't think these kills really matter all that much, as Lego not able to get that win over Chato. Chato eventually is going to get it cleaned up, and Deputy Goober coming out of nowhere to steal a kill. Oh my gosh. Lego is being juked out of by these quantum translocator plays. The heat wave is coming up empty 2 different times as that portal from top to bottom. That really must be frustrating here as Lego. Another challenge here. Lego mad that he got 2nd place in that first lobby. Wants to redeem himself, wants to take that number 1 spot back. Meanwhile, it's Deputy Goober having a much better start than we saw in that lobby. Number 1, currently sitting in 2nd place, right behind Chato, who we've seen as a nasty individual BR. But back smack coming out of Deputy Goober, right onto Sector, another leading player in the lobby. And although not able to get the kill, that kill's gonna go to Lego, who's the 1 player that you didn't want to give kills if you're Deputy Goober, and Chato cleans him up quickly to secure his number 1 spot here in the early game. Deputy Goober coming off a spawn on the fridge side, dropping down to P1 to secure that kill. Now going to try to get away with their lives. Every single second really matters. It's a second that can eventually turn into a kill, like you see there. Keep your shield, stay healthy. Eventually, by the time you go down, you ended up taking down 2 with you. Maddie goes down, the new player on the black screen at the moment here. Sector gonna join him apparently here, in Lego once again going down. As we see a nice little 3-way race. Watch out for Lego, Chato, and Deputy Goober. Maddie trying to put himself within that conversation. Easy kill for him. Barely takes any damage, so he carries that over into a secondary kill, trades out his life while Maddie goes down. We switch gears over to Nuclear Blaze. We only 3 kills at the moment, make it 4, but we've seen players like Deputy Goober who don't have the hottest starts. They just pull up the rear. There's so much time here in free-for-all that you can really just let the kills come to you and really just play your game. No need to get frustrated from the first 2 or 3 minutes, because it may not be indicative of what's going to happen throughout the rest of the game. So Rogue Foes coming in. This has to be that mouse and keyboard movement. I swear Rogue Foes is playing on mouse and keyboard. This was a player that largely had the lead going into the semifinals, leading up into the grand finals. Eventually, I think ended up maybe in 2nd or 3rd place by the time it was done going into the grand finals. But Rogue Foes is really good at being slippery, staying alive, and stealing as many kills as possible on the weak players that are getting into engagements. Watch out for Rogue Foes. Those kills can come quickly. There's one. Onto Dizzy. Rogue Foe's not able to get away. Chato's so sweaty, hunting them down. 13 kills. Only 1 assist. This is what you want to see if you're Chato. Minimize those assists. Maximize every bit of damage that you're able to get. That's how you come in seemingly out of nowhere. And mind, I'm looking at the board here. It was Chato So Sweaty that was sitting in 4th place. So if they want to come out with that #1 spot, they're gonna have to have a huge game here in the game number 2, and then also have a huge game 3 as well if they want to become your #1 player. So Chato So Sweaty, we get to see what you're really made of. You're on your back foot, but I believe in you. Meanwhile, Lego, my ego. That's a back smack. One-shot player almost getting away alive. A double kill out of Lego, and one can think it probably could have been a triple if that player would have died the first time he shot the one-shot player, but a double still pretty decent for Lego. Meanwhile, Sector coming off a spawn here over toward the blue fridge. We talked about the decision making for whether when you spawn over towards fridge, do you go P side or do you double back through the base and go utility side? It looks like Sector high IQ wants to play the utility side, and will that pay off for him? Apparently not. Assist is nice, but a kill is 10 times better. Kill comes in for Sector. A great job of staying alive. As players start to hit the black screen, he can really become more open with his offense, getting into an individual battle despite being a little bit more vulnerable. But like we said, when you're multiple players down, you're able to do just that. So really paying attention to how many players are up and down could be the difference maker of how aggressive you end up playing. Sector somehow still alive. Only died 13 times at the moment here. Nice little flank on Tuto. One-shot player, that's easy peasy. Oh, but the melee doesn't come out of Sector, and Deputy Goober closing the distance with that thrust. Might have threw him a little bit up for a loop. Meanwhile, Dizzy, I love me a wingman. I love me a team player, but buddy, this is free-for-all. You gotta turn it to the kills. Reaper, talk to him. Oh man, that's not unfortunate. Grab a hold of Heat Wave. You think you're gonna do something with it, and you find yourself in a bit of a more vulnerable position because you went after that power weapon, which obviously you can't just leave laying there. So really tough. You know, you want to take advantage of that Heat Wave, but the lobby's just not gonna allow you to do it, not for free. Same thing with Maddie trying to grab a hold of this QT. You're trying to take advantage of every single resource that's on the map, but the lobby is not gonna allow you to get it for free, especially with that QT sitting over towards the mid-map. Deputy Goober trying to steal himself some kills here already in the #1 spot, but both players trade out their lives. Nobody home just yet, but what a stick, my gosh. With nades like that, no wonder he's winning lobbies. Another trade on Deputy Goober. When you're in the lead, just every trade is so valuable there. As long as you're getting clean runs and taking down at least one with you, you really want to get those 2-for-1s as well. But trades are really good if you're in the lead. For a player like Chato, he's the one that really needs clean runs. You had to lead for quite some time. Now you find yourself down by 4. Mind you were in 4th place, literally in the last lobby, so you really have some climbing to do. He's the one that's going to be looking for some clean runs, some 3v1 situations. Those triples that start stacking up here. That's one, but goes down to 1 shot while doing it. No utility just yet, but still wants to get angles here. Right up to P side he goes. Chato somehow still alive and kicking. We see the Quantum Translocator coming up. Will Chato make an early break for it? Apparently not. He realized that's dangerous territory. Rather shoot his gunny instead. That's going to turn into a double kill. Goes in for a stick. Misses both of them and somehow not able to get the triple, and then eventually turns into Deputy Goober, getting a double kill of his own. So Chato wanted that kill, ends up losing 2 to the player who's already ahead of him. That's a 5-kill lead out of Deputy Goober, our winner of our last lobby. If he wins this one, he's gonna shut it down right here, right now, and become your winner and become $50 richer. Meanwhile, the rest of the lobby, if you want this this grand final to keep going, you want anybody to win who's not named Deputy Goobers. I'm pretty sure everybody right now is a Chato fan. Can't steal the first kill, but someone gets a second. Heat Wave is out, but that sticky grenade's gonna take him down. Chato making sure that Deputy Goober goes down with them, but still a 4-kill leader for Deputy Goober. Chato in second place, makes his way over towards Shrooms. Love that active listening. That a little bit of audio cue that he ended up getting over towards Shrooms gave him the information that he needed to drop down, secure the kill, and to push back up. You gotta love that come out of Chato, and now utilize the thrust to try to get out of a bad situation, but things going from bad to worse here for Chato, going down for just 20 first time. Going to stay on board with him. Just 4 kills behind Deputy Goober. Couple of check grenades there. There is a player here towards utility, not able to take him down. It's gonna be Rogue Foes coming out. The mouse and keyboard player, to my knowledge, the only mouse and keyboard player so far in the lobby. Maddie trying to get jiggy with that thrust. 5 minutes on the clock right now. Deputy Goober still comfortably in first place at the moment here. Nice day by Maddie. If there's one thing I learned in Halo, don't chase. Yeah, chase, you're gonna get embarrassed. Lego, nice little back smack out of him. Back smacks are so valuable in free for all. You're trying to maximize the damage that you're putting out versus the damage that you're taking in. So back smack where you get a kill and take no damage whatsoever leaves yourself healthy to get into another gunfight. And the more times you're able to do that, the more successful you're going to be. That's why double kills, triple kills obviously just add up so fast. Again, you're trying to maximize that damage output versus what you're taking in. In other words, take it as little D as possible. As Lego. Not able to stay alive with the heat wave. Goes down. Meanwhile, for screen, Deputy Goober, 40 kills at the moment. Only 9 assists. Again, maximizing that damage, but player playing a little hide and seek with him. Deputy Goober not going to be happy about that. Trying to stay alive, playing a little ring around the rosy. There we go. There we go. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Deputy Goober, being a bit of a sneaky beaver right there, ends up in a non-advantageous position and somehow turns it into an advantageous one, winning that gunfight despite being a shot or two behind, despite not having the advantage when being chased. 10th assist on the board here for Deputy Goober. Tied for the least amount of for the second least amount of assists, tied with Chato, who's also pulling up the rear in second place only by 4 kills. Deputy Goober right back up to the P side. Mid-range shots are looking good. That player goes all the way down to 1 shot. Couldn't find the kill, but doubles back as Rogue Foes ends up going down. A double kill, and it's a triple. And we're gonna see our first overkill in the lobby. Almost, but Nuclear Blaze killing the dream right there. Double kill on Nuclear Blaze. Rogue Foes taking down Maddie. The assist pops up on the board as both Rogue Foes and Dizzy end up going down quickly. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. Deputy Goober has turned that 3-kill lead into a 7-kill lead at the moment. Can anybody contend with Deputy Goober? An absolute menace here on the map here in the Grand Finals. Might just go back to back as far as wins. Which is good, because I'm pretty sure it's past Reaper's bedtime. Switching gears to Nuclear Blaze. Love that they're immediately going after the thrust. You got to take advantage of every resource on the map, and that QT is really hard to play for over towards top mid. The thrust a little bit more accessible. But Nuclear Blaze taking first damage somehow. Gets the melee onto Chato. But it's Deputy Goober, the top 2 that were fighting over toward the P side. Keep in mind, Deputy Goober and Chato favoring the P side of the map right there. No wonder why they're sitting in first and second place, but that lead continues to grow. Deputy Goober, he's one of those players that he may not start off hot, but as the game goes by, he gets better and better. Like everybody else has like these large swings, like a roller coaster, ups and downs, but Deputy Goober plays at like one pace, and eventually those kills start to grow. And now, again, we're starting as a 3-kill, eventually was 4, eventually was 10. Now it is a 13, make it 12-kill lead here for Deputy Goober in just a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. So, I don't want to say it's over until it's over, but it's looking like Reaper's. I mean, it looks like Deputy Goober is about to go back to back. Chato has something to say about that. Chacho does take down one before going down himself, but it's not going to be enough.
1 minute remaining.
Dizzy making me dizzy right now with the movement. Able to stay alive. Finds himself out of one gunfight and into another, and that's an easy cleanup for Dizzy. You'd love to see that. You'd love to see what happens when you're able to stay alive, even in free-for-all, and you're rewarded with the kill that you probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And eventually, it starts to turn into a run. Nice little 2 kills out of Dizzy, and it all starts from staying alive right there.
30 seconds
And
remaining.
mind you, Dizzy has 21 assists at the moment. You only imagine if half of those would have became kills, where would Dizzy be on the leaderboard? Deputy Goober with the double kill. Make it a triple. Will we see the first overkill? Ah. Nobody giving Deputy Goober the courtesy challenge. And with just a few seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like your winner is Deputy Goober. We were on a match point system. He took lobby number 1 and took lobby number 2, maybe even easier than he took lobby number 1 to Deputy Goober. And we had a chance to go into as maximum as four games, depending on if we had different winners or not. But Deputy Goober ending it decisively and is now $50 richer. And man, I hope we see Deputy Goober over at Worlds, because I mean, the way he's looking right now, he look like he wanted to make a run. But ladies and gentlemen, that was your Ascending Baseline $50 free-for-all event. Guys, if you want to be a part of this, it's real simple. You don't got to pay $1 million. You don't have to pat me on the butt next time you see me. All you got to do is type in !Discord and join this amazing community. If you're looking for ranked teammates, we got you. There's a great looking for group post. I promise you. If you're looking for an ace lobby, and whether you're like the best of the best Onyx players, you're trying to get even better and get more valuable practice, we got something for you. We call it the Battlegrounds. And if you're diamond or below, saying, hey, you know what? I want to play with people maybe more of my skill level, or eventually I want to be able to play with some of the big boys. I want to start off in a lower lobby. Again, don't worry. We have something for you. It's called the Training Grounds for Diamond and below. Guys, you're going to want to get involved. It's !Discord. Stop playing random matchmaking solo queue. I promise you, the solo queue experience is absolutely miserable in this game. Get into the action, get into the game, and let's have some fun, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it. I'm Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casting. This was Reaper, who was on the Observer and on the production as well. Reaper doing it all. Give it a shout out to him, of course. And until next time, Sunday, Bandit Rifle 44 tournament. Get involved or just watch it, because it may just be what we see in the future playlist. I feel like Tashi has been hinting a little bit at maybe Bandit Rifle starts. It could be a kind of a sneak peek at what the future may lie in for HCS. And make sure you guys turn this, hit that follow button when notifications turn on, because we have game nights literally every single week. And we're gonna start casting some more Reaper. Reaper, you down to cast some more matches? Reaper said he's always down. Guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.